Well, today's topic is one that many people avoid because they believe it is uncomfortable to discuss. But avoiding it has caused untold pain for many families. And it's all about next of kin matters, protecting your spouse from family disputes. Yes, that is the splendid topic for today. Next of kin matters, protecting your spouse. Almost all of us have completed a form, the name of our next of kin. I'm sure you have done that. We fill the space and move on, often without understanding the implications. Unfortunately, after the death of a husband or a wife, some families experience disputes, over property, bank accounts, businesses, children's welfare, and even funeral arrangements. Many of these conflicts could have been prevented through proper planning and communication. That is why we felt that this discussion was necessary. Well, to help us understand this important subject, like I said earlier, I have a guest, a remarkable personality who will tell us all we need to know. Well, join me to welcome to Life Essential Talk on Radio Nigeria-Abuja, Barrister Amushi Naman Banko. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. We are so delighted to have you here with us today because I know you had a lot to share with us. All right, so without taking much of your time, let's begin this discussion. Many people hear the expression next of kin. I'm not sure they really understand what it means, but there seems to be, like I said, there seems to be a lot of misunderstanding. So tell me, what does it really mean when someone says next of kin? And why is it important for married couples to discuss who their next of kin should be?
Thank you. There is this general misconception about what next of kin mean. But it is not what we can call first contact person.
Okay.
First contact person in the case of emergency or in the case of incapacity, so somebody is no longer able to take from the bed, then the other person is there, it could be a bank, it could be an employer, it could be hospital.
Okay.
So we want to find out who do we contact.
Okay.
Who do we contact to now direct us on what to do with the person? Because the person can no longer do things for himself. So it's just like an emergency number that should be called or somebody that should be contacted in case one is unable to do what he's supposed to do. It is not meant to be what many Nigerians think it is.
I'm even, you can see my eyes. I'm a bit surprised with what you just said now.
Yeah.
It's just an emergency
Contact person.
Really?
First person to contact.
Okay.
Because most of the time, if you are in the hospital, you tell somebody maybe before they want to carry out an operation,
Yes.
they will give you a form to fill.
Okay.
Next person
Yes.
to call.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
like, in case you didn't wake up again, they will just dial the number. They come and see you. In most cases, it is even that person that will approve. Go ahead. You have to give you consent to
Okay.
go ahead with the operation. Or maybe you are traveling, just enter the vehicle, they'll give you a form.
Yes,
Say
to
your
write
name,
exactly.
your number,
Yes.
next of kin. That does not mean that if anything happens,
You-
that will help the money of the
Okay,
person.
it doesn't mean that.
Doesn't mean that. It does not say beneficiary. Beneficiary is different from next of kin. So next of kin is quite different from what many people think it is.
True.
Yeah. So, but it is important that spouse or people should see them on the side. Sometimes, in case of their children, in case of emergency, I'm not there, you are not there, the wife is not there, the husband is not there. Who do we contact?
Okay.
Who do our children rely on? It may not necessarily be your relation, it will be a good neighbor or somebody you just met somewhere. At least somebody that you know that you can sleep and then the person will take care of you. So that's my understanding of
Next of kin.
But when you now come to the legal aspect of it, is a different thing.
Wait, you said when you come
So
to...
the legal aspect,
Okay.
it will not be next of kin, it will not be beneficiary.
Okay.
So somebody should not just think because he feeds somebody through the form and let somebody else do that his property or his estate will be transferred to that person on his death. No. So there are what they call instruments of transfer. If somebody wants to transfer his estate or whatever to somebody, there are other ways you can do it, not by next of kin, you write in a form, in a bank or in a permanent form or whatever. As we go and we list some of the you want to transfer your estate to somebody, it will be by will. You write a will. Keep it. But if I'm no longer there, because when somebody is no longer there, he cannot help himself. He may not even know what is happening. So it is now what has done before that can now be used to distribute his estate.
Okay.
A will, for instance, or maybe he can create a trust. He can also give away his properties while alive in terms of while alive, which they call it intervivals. Or you create a trust where some people can be able to manage for you the assets of your what you want to give some people. You now create what they call a trust. You are the person settling the trust. You give the property to some people to manage, maybe for themselves or for others.
Okay.
Then if you don't do those things, government will do it for you. The law will now come in. Will do what they call administration. Before you now have access to somebody's money in the bank or his landed property or whatever he has before he left the world, you now have to go to the government, to the court. They'll give you a form, you fill the form. You have all that you have. Remember the one you did not put in that form will not be among what you did in the date of administration that the court will finally grant you.
Okay.
So these are things one should be able to plan for himself. Yes, and then so I don't leave anything to chance.
Wow. In fact, I'm very certain that a whole lot of people out there do not really understand this next of kin stuff. I'm telling you, I'm sure you're really educating a lot of people out there. So, but I just want to ask this. Some of these organizations, do they really understand what next of kin really means? Because sometimes you hear, I mean, this is coming from a layman's mindset. Sometimes you hear people say, make sure your spouse is your next of kin. But what you're trying to say now, making your spouse your next of kin doesn't necessarily mean that your things will go to your spouse if anything should eventually happen. It doesn't.
That you made somebody next of kin, just like I said, it's just like you should be the person to know the next thing to do. But for the person to have access to what you have before, you have to do. Maybe this is an insurance company or something, you want to do insurance, you can see somebody as a beneficiary. Beneficiary. It's different from next of kin.
For next of kin.
So if I'm no longer there, let my wife benefit from this insurance I'm doing now. If selling my child, maybe my wife, my child.
Okay.
But then there's another issue. If the child, for instance, is a minor, you know, in Nigeria, the Constitution provides that the age of infancy is 16.
Yeah.
If you are more than 16, you are no longer an infant.
Yeah.
If you are 18, you become a majority. Then, for you to have something like land in Nigeria, you must be 21. So, if you are going to make a minor a beneficiary in an insurance company, they'll have to ask somebody who is older than him or her that can now be his guardian. Because you need to be, yes, you need to be guided.
Hey.
It is a land, it is the same thing. You need to be guided because the governor of the state or the administrator cannot sign transfer of land for you to be given to a child that is not up to 21 years.
Okay. In fact, you have really made us understand something very important at this time. So, how can couples, I know you have hinted on this, but I need you to expatiate more. How can couples protect their spouse from disputes with extended family members over property, money, children, or other matters when one spouse dies? Now that you just stated that next of kin doesn't necessarily mean that he or she is the owner of what I have. What do you think? You need to explain this clearly for people.
Okay, it will start first of all by the lifestyle of the people.
Okay.
That the man or the woman, most often the men in particular, because if you are the one that have children here and there, without the notice of your wife, when you pass away, you begin to see strangers.
Yes, it happens a lot.
To assert life.
Okay.
So if you are a disciplined person, and even if you have such kind of thing, then your spouse know about it, so that nobody can take you by surprise. That's one. Then secondly, one of the most effective ways to create what they call joint ownership, joint property ownership. You are opening a bank account. Let it be together with your wife or your husband.
Okay.
So that when you are no longer there, the bank will be able to open the account, will allow you to take the money, because all this while you have been operating it with your husband. Then, if it is a property like a land, let the two of you have it. Not going to be Mr. and Mrs. It has to be Mr. X, Y, Z, and Mrs. X, Y, Z. Then Mr. X, Mr. and Mrs. X, Y, Z. The law does not recognize it because there's no human.
Okay, it shouldn't be Mr. and Mrs. Is that what you're saying? It has to be Mr.
Yes, Mr. Chinyere.
Yes. And
Grace. Two of them. Even it may not be husband and wife, even the sister.
Okay.
But the name has to be separated because they are different individuals.
Oh.
The law does not give property to somebody who does not exist. It's either you're a human being or you're a company.
Okay.
So it is the name you are known that property can be given to you. The joint ownership is one of the best ways that understood themselves. Then, you, particularly in the case of female children, because they are the most vulnerable when it comes to this issue of estate. Okay. Because when what do you call them? Relations coming when the woman is no longer there, you see people coming in to say that this is the woman cannot inherit. So some of this if you are when you are alive, when you write a will and then give something to the among the men, then that will be more secure than you are going to say they leave it, let them decide according to custom. Custom will in most cases automatically not favor the female child. And even if you create a will so most cases what we do is maybe even the will we create what they call trust again. The trust in the will remember managed depending on the capacity by maybe a corporation, a company. Okay. Who relations cannot go and say give them because when you were alive you have already given them the will, everything is there. So nobody, no stranger can come in and begin to contest that property. And those people that do between them and the company, you will have been able to remove your children and their spouse from competition because they may not be able to withstand the pressure from some of the situations. They may have even more powerful than them at that time because they are no longer there. Yes. So in that case, if it's a corporation, they will be able to manage it. Though it may be costly, maybe it may cost you, or it may cost more than it would have been done if it's an individual. Okay. In order also to strengthen yourself, you can, in addition to making the corporation you can add that person with trust. So that you'll be following up with them. You know, the company is the company. They may, if your own is too small, they may not be able to all the time. They are managing it along with that you are friend, whether you are relation.
Relation, yes.
That one will be able to keep it what to do. When you are doing some of these things, you are filling forms, for instance, somebody may fill a form and make somebody a beneficiary, make his brother a beneficiary before he got married.
Okay.
And after marriage, you forgot to go and change.
To change it.
So if you are no longer there, your wife or whoever will still be thinking that you are the beneficiary. It's only for them to find out that your younger brother or whoever
Is the
is
beneficiary.
the person there.
Yeah.
And if it's for instance an insurance company, they will pay who they.
Yes, the
say
name
they will
there.
pay. So you need to be conscious of yourself. The couple has, because at least you have to be able to relate by yourself. If this thing happen, this is how it will be. If this one happen, which is what it will be. Then if it's land, for instance, it's better you acquire most of the property you want to acquire. Maybe if it's land, where you can register them. For instance, in Abuja here, you register with ages. And then, because if it is in the villages or wherever, this issue of custom may come in. Some people may say it was inherited by our father and then you got this and that. We are supposed to share this and that.
Yes.
But if it is something that is in the township here, you bought it in Abuja, for instance, and you register it properly, nobody will contest it. And when you are giving out if it is a property, for instance, you bought it to your wife, even if you are no longer there, you don't need to change anything. Your wife will still be in control. But then, before your wife, somebody has to write a will. She has to write a will too. And then most of the time, what some other mistakes we make is to that you love the children, you will be putting a lot of money for them in the bank. But meanwhile, you are giving them small when you are voting.
Yes.
Now you give millions there. Take the money. Somebody been giving
little. Yeah.
True. So these are also some of the things. If a businessman, maybe for instance, let your children be part of it, how you normally make that education that are going to that's just part of it. You have to be open.
Exactly.
Should be discussed and then everybody should know what the other person is.
True. Wow, thank you so much, Barrister Namani, for this eye-opening. I think we should go for music break, and when we come back, we open the phone line and take your contributions. Don't go anywhere. Hi, beautiful listeners out there. If you're just tuning in, this is Life Essential Talk on Radio Maria, where we talk about the essentials of life. And today is not an exception. We have been talking about next of kin matters, protecting your spouse from family disputes with Barrister Amushi Namani Manfo. And he has said a whole lot about next of kin, protecting your spouse from family disputes. Well, I think it's time for us to open the phone lines for your contributions, for your questions, and for maybe your experiences. All right, the number to call is 081 084 47518. 08108447518. And for your SMS and WhatsApp, you can send your messages to 070-679-7335 messages to this particular number. While you go, Barrister Lamani, you have said a whole lot. I still want you to talk more about it. So, from what I just got from what you said, will is better than this stuff of next of kin. Having a will, it's very essential to have your will ready. I believe that a lot of people shy away from this will thing. So it's as if you write will, that means you're about to die. People are so afraid to go into it. Writing a will is like, oh, even when you suggest it, the person might say, oh, you think I will soon die, or you think I'm dying anytime soon. So it means that it's proper to have a will instead of just relying on next of kin.
Yes, I think it is fear of known, not even of unknown.
Okay, let's just hold on to your thoughts. Let's take this call. Hello. Okay, we lost that call. Please turn us back. Turn us back. Okay, we have another call. Hello. Hello. Nice to have you on the show. Good evening. Calling us from. Okay, wow. Nice to have you on the show. What do you have to tell us? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. I keep listening. We shall get back to you. Okay, we have another call. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Nice to have you on the show, please. And where are you calling us from? And you're calling us from. Nice to have you on the show. So let's hear you. Oh, okay. You can still call us back. We would like to hear from you. Okay, so Barrister Normani, you heard what he said. He asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think at any time, you don't have to wait until you are 20 or 30 or whatever. You can write will at any time. But one thing you must bear in mind is maybe that piece of land you have,
Okay.
or even the building you are staying in with your children, you don't know the consequences of maybe your children being forced out of that property. Maybe by creditors you are owing somebody and you didn't pay the person and you're no man, you didn't pay your people, you are leaving behind that you are owing somebody, and maybe somebody coming and want to fight over the property with you. Maybe then even your children may not have the capacity to fix that place. So writing a will is not something you wait until you have everything in life. No. You have to write it immediately.
Okay.
This land, this when I'm no longer go, because it's like you are speaking from the other part of the world. Life is no longer alive. Okay. So it's only the instruction we give that will help those who are around to administer your property, the executor. So don't people know you are waiting until you have millions or you have thousands or whatever. Just think of the consequences of not writing at all. That is what you should look at, not at what time should you want. No, it doesn't have to be time. Once you know you have something and you know it's alive, the owner can take it at any time. So you are not even sure of tomorrow. So waiting for time shouldn't allow at all. Because there are stages in life. You can write your will and then keep it.
Okay.
If you find reason why you should change things there, you come back and write your will. The will you are putting there. The other one you can write, they call it codicil. That is, you're using this one to change the one that you're putting there. So that you don't wait for time. There's no good time to die. So there's no good time to write a will.
All right. Well, I hope that question it's really nice to hear all this because it's very important. Nowadays, when someone dies, not even nowadays, it has been happening. We just find people clamoring over what is theirs and what is not. Yes, it can really be very painful when it comes to things like this. So that is why this topic is very important for everyone to listen to. We find it difficult to talk about this will thing. It's a very is a shallow thing when it comes to when it comes to us. We don't really go into this, and that is why you have problems here and there. But for I mean, this is something that should get to everybody. Like there are people that, will I say, they are not educated. They might not even understand this. So, what do you think can be done, really, for everybody to have? It means even if you, no matter how small something is, you should be able to keep it. I mean, put it in a will. Is that what really means?
Yes. The thing is that if somebody is afraid of will, he can do other things. He can give out a gift. You can give out those things when you are alive. You give a gift, document it, for instance. The only thing is that you may lose control of if it is a land, for instance, if it's a house, for instance. You can decide to give that house to somebody when he's alive, when you're within your lifetime.
What do you mean by giving it out to somebody?
That's if you are living with that way. It's your son.
Yes.
Because it's your son. You don't want to wait to write your will. But you can do a gift. This is my son because you are my son because I love you and this I have this present and
okay, I want you to have this.
I'm giving you this house. But I'm giving you on the condition that maybe I will still be collecting the rent, whatever.
Oh, okay.
While I'm alive.
While alive. Okay, we have a call. Hello. Good evening. Nice to have you on the show. Hello, we can hear you. Okay, nice to have you on the show. Please, let's hear you. Yes. Wait, did you hear? Your line is not that clear. Please, can you? Okay, I think we have lost that call. Please, just tell us again. We would like to hear what you said clearly. We couldn't get what you said. Well, he said something about land
and age. Maybe this issue of somebody is not up to 21
okay.
Age. I've said it. You know, land itself, for instance, in the state capitals and in Abuja, for instance, is owned by the governor or by the FCT minister, Mr. President. So it was given for maybe 99 years.
Okay.
So you now to give it of age. So if that person is less than 21 years of age, he has to go to somebody that is above 21 years of age, who will serve as his guide.
Okay.
Maybe when he's now aged, the property can now be. So, but it's not some people because this can be used to void the contract. It's a contract for the sale of land. Somebody that is not of age to have it. But the governor will not even sign it. You want to transfer by yourself. The owner has the property. You want to transfer it to the new guy now who is paying maybe 15. They will not take it.
084 475 You can also send a message on 070 We would love to hear from you. So, right, Barrister Namani, I want you to, again, for the sake of those listening in, give us practical ways his or her spouse. Thank you.
Thing is actually an important thing.
Yes.
It's good to be discussed publicly because a lot of people are actually
Mm-hmm.
arrested for will.
Yes.
As a worker too, all workers, almost all are not aware of the importance of will.
True.
If they are interested in a list of things, which is having a problem. The experience I had was that you cited an example of when children are not of age or something like that.
Mm.
Mother putting the name of another person, forgetting to update it,
Yes.
and passes on crisis. Siblings in a leader mind was there.
Wow.
Because one two people, one had died in the village and the other one not in the village. This is what he put there. So I had to do newspaper publication, going back and forth like that until this letter of administration in court and 10% of the amount was collected by
Oh.
government. And it wasn't easy. The one that was alive was he wasn't even aware of what is going on. He wasn't even aware that
His name, yes.
So that is a lighter note. But I tell you, a lot of crises are actually happening.
True.
And during discussion, I could also hear that you can that is out or give it to your child the property
Yeah.
if you don't want to write the will.
Yeah.
And will is a secret thing. A secret thing. It is not supposed to be made public, even to the beneficiary.
Yeah.
So when you put the name of a child or one person, you will collect for instance a house while you are alive, get to the point. You don't know what will happen. The person can wish you dead so that you can start benefiting property. So these are threats around will. The best thing is that it is a company and not individual because individuals are no more trusted. The company to operate. I think that is the best way. Even though it will cost some part of some amount of money to maintain that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Okay, we have another call. Hello. Hello. Oh, we lost that call. Wow. Okay, I think let me take this message. My name is Jamie from Asokoro. My African man will not agree with barrister because of experience. We agree with my husband. Everything he buys will be in my name and my children. There is nothing in his own name. In fact, the first property he bought in Abuja was in my name and his people fought it. Wow. That's serious. And his people fought it? Okay, I think it's still... Okay, and his people fought it. So my sister, it is well with our mindset in Africa, especially in Nigeria. You got that right.
Well, I think the issue is not whether they will fight it. Of course, they will fight it.
Yes.
But whether they will win is the issue. Because if a property is properly registered in somebody's name and the owner clearly gave it to somebody and there's no mistake in drafting the documents,
Okay.
it will be difficult for another person to take it from you.
Okay, I think you heard that. You listened to what the man said. Do you agree with...
Yeah, I think the man may not understand that there is a difference between where if you give somebody something through will and the abstract gift. Abstract gift is not inside the will. So he's not going to wait until somebody reads the will or execute the will. No. This house has been given out. I'm giving out this house to this person.
Okay.
And in my lifetime, they can even register it for him.
Okay.
As agent, for instance. As long as he's of age.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing that one will not wait until the will is read. No, it's not even inside the will at all.
Okay, it's a different...
Because what you are going to contain, what is going to be contained in a will is what you have. That is your own. your clothing, your vehicles, your land, your bank money in the bank, and other things. So this is what I have given out. It's no longer part of your estate.
Just a gift.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's take this call. Hello. Good evening. Nice to have you on the show. Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from? Okay, nice to have you. Let's hear you.
Yes. Of course, it can be waived. But then you know that it is that land is not your own. It's still the minister has not given it to you. You just went in and built on the land, so the government can take it at any time. But before they take it, it's still your property. You can will it to anybody.
Wow. Oh, this is really, really, really serious. Okay, so let's continue. I still want to hear more of those practical steps that a whole lot of people might use to protect their spouses from problems, family issues. Okay, let me ask this. Assuming in the village and someone dies and didn't really write anything, but since he had lands and unfortunately he died, that means those lands can be taken from the spouse, that's the wife. Those lands can be taken away from the wife. Anybody can take away that land from the wife, knowing fully well that the land belongs to the man when he was alive. But because there was no will, there nothing, it doesn't mean that somebody can come out there and just take the land away from her. Or is this something that she can contest? I mean, since there's no will or nothing.
Of course, in most cultures, in most places, what somebody has belongs to him, supposed to be.
Yeah.
Most times, children, because they for instance, in Igbo culture, may not recognize that the property is supposed to go to the wife.
Oh.
That is the problem here.
Are you serious?
Yes, the custom will say the child.
You don't need to rely just on your family, because anything can happen.
It's not something you do on your own. That is what it is.
Okay.
You will need a professional to guide you.
All right. So I think at this time we should be winding up. We have really spent this time productively. So, Barrister Namani, just summarize. Let's have your final word on this next of kin matters. Protecting your spouse from problems.
I think what we should be able to take from here now is that next of kin is not a means of instrument of giving us problems.
Honestly, very clear. You have made it clear.
It is just a person to contact in the event of emergency or incapacity. So if you want somebody to be able to inherit your bank account,
yes,
your land or whatever, you have to follow due process. Follow the writing in a way so that the person will inherit it through the will, or you do a gift when you are alive, or you do what they call trust. You create a trust and give the property or whatever to the trustee to manage for that person that you want to benefit from. So that one of the three most important things you can do by yourself, and they're less expensive than letters of administration.
Okay.
Because letters of administration, just like the other caller said, is very, very expensive. When you reach time, you do properties and you go through all the process of submission and everything. At the end, the government will keep it 10% of the whole amount.
Okay.
So that's it. Always try. Let's see how you can plan these things by yourself so that they avoid confusion. Because when you are no longer there, you don't even know what will happen to the people you are leaving behind.
Exactly.
They are forced out from the property where they are living, or those things you think that is not important to you may be very, very important to them.
Yes.
You just have to think of the consequences of not doing what you are supposed to do.
True.
Yeah, when you are no longer there.
Wow. Well, I've really learned a lot today, honestly, Barrister Normani. I've learned so much. And I'm sure our listeners out there really got something substantial today. So it's not just about next of kin. I thought next of kin was the, if I was the, let me use this word, cocoa of everything, but it's not. So let's do the right thing. Thank you so much, Barrister Normani, for honoring our invitation and sharing your knowledge with us. We are so grateful. And I hope you'll come again when I call you. All right, to our listeners out there, thank you for your contributions. For those who couldn't call, who tried but couldn't call in, thank you so much. And I know you, I don't want to say I hope, I know you listened, you heard, and you internalized. Thank you so much. From your host, Uche Chukuma. See you guys next time.